please welcome to the stage actor and L'Oreal Paris spokesperson, Ariana Greenblatt.
Hello, everyone. What an extraordinary room to be in, and what incredible people I get to sit with and speak to. I was getting so emotional backstage listening to everybody's speeches. It's so inspiring and impactful. I'm so delighted to be here for my very first Woman of Worth celebration. From the moment I walked in, I've been inspired by the energy, passion, and heart in this room. What really resonates with me tonight is seeing the ways these honorees have found their voices and passions and how they've used them to uplift others. When I was younger, I often felt like I had to find the right way to make an impact. But what I've learned and what I see in tonight's honorees is that the best way to help others is to follow your heart and let your passion guide you. That's exactly and precisely what Cristina Rodriguez has done. Cristina discovered the power of music while volunteering in a hospital as a teenager. That experience taught her how a familiar melody could bring joy and spark a connection, especially for older adults living with Alzheimer's and memory loss. Now, here's a little bit more about her story.
What does worth it mean to you?
Worth, to me, means the ability to believe in others. I've seen so many people overlooked and undervalued because people fail to see the gifts that they still have to bring to the world. I started playing the cello when I was 10 years old, and it brought so much joy and peace to me. I thought, how could I bring this feeling that I feel to seniors?
You believe in the power of music. What did it awaken in you?
I first saw the power of music when I met a gentleman named David, and he was in his 80s. He had dementia and Alzheimer's, and I found out that he used to be a professional violinist. I had a viola. I brought it to this session, and I just handed it to him, and he just started playing flawless. It all came back to him.
Wow.
And that was the first time that I saw him smile, and it was the first time that I saw the real David. Music can activate all parts of the brain at once. One of the very few activities that can do that. That moment really awakened something really deep in me. And I started realizing that music is magical. I'm worth it.
I am so happy to welcome to our stage the remarkable Woman of Worth, Cristina.
When most people hear the word dementia, they imagine loss. Loss of memory, identity, relationship, and meaning. But after more than a decade of doing this work, I've learned something different, that people don't disappear. We just have to meet them in a new way. And one of the first people who showed me that was a woman named Yvonne. And she lives with dementia, and she also loves Motown and disco and J Balvin. And she'd walk up to strangers in a grocery store and ask, "Where are you from?" And then say, "Damn, you look good." Some people laughed, some people froze, but that moment changed me. Because dementia hadn't erased her personality, it had simply reshaped how it showed up. And when we brought music into her life, her rhythm, her humor, her joy, all of it lit up. At Mind&Melody, we use interactive music experiences to engage and empower people living with neurological conditions, not to fix them, but to connect to who they still are. And I will never forget a moment when a caregiver told me, "We have been shown that there's still something positive going on in Alexandra's brain. We had all become so used to thinking of her as a person with dementia, unable to communicate or appreciate the world around her. But I think the most significant improvements in her life have been these music sessions. Music restores dignity. It reminds people and the world around them that they're still worthy of joy, love, and connection. So my hope is that we stop asking what's no longer possible and start asking what spark is still there. Because dementia is not the end of someone's worth, sometimes it's the beginning of seeing it differently. Thank you.
Thank you, Cristina. Truly, music is dignity. That is brilliant. Thank you. Your work is proof that it's never too early to make a difference. But more importantly, you've shown us that the music can do more than fill a room. It can fill a heart and bring people together in truly special ways. Thank you
so much.
Yay!